I have either one more live stream or two more live stream because when Eid Mubarak is going to be, whether it's on Friday, October 21st, or if it's going to be on Saturday, October 22nd. So we're still not sure about that. So yeah. Where was I? Okay, so as you can see from the title and from the thumbnail, we're going to be doing a recap on today's NXT. And from the title, I said that I'm really hyped for Spring Breaking. So after we're done with the recap, I will do a prediction on next week's NXT episode because next week is going to be a NXT special. So you rarely got these kind of stuff in the main roster. You can only see this kind of stuff on NXT or in AEW. You get to see like some special NXT episodes. It's not pay per view, but it's really close to that caliber. AEW also have this stuff like AEW Beach Break, Battle of the Belts, Fighter Fest, and any other special episodes. Even Bloods and Guts, because it's not a pay per view, it's a special weekly episode. So yeah, it's the same thing. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Where is it? Where's the episode? There it is. Okay. So the show starts with the a brawlout between the three teams, which are um, Gallus, the Creek Brothers, and the Diet, because they are going to be fighting for the NXT Tag Team Championship in a triple threat tag team match. And the match was pretty fun to watch. But in the end, the Gallus boys are on top. They retain the title by pinning Brutus Creed. So Nathan Fraser had a new character. He is he has like this um, segment where he talks about positivity. And I don't know. It's actually kind of fitting. And let's see where this character is going because it might be entertaining, but it might flop. It might go to the roof because that was the same thing with the maximum male models gimmick. It was destined to flop, but with LA Knight leaving the team, it actually rise to the top as a comedic stable. So we'll see where Nathan Fraser is going with this character. And Noam Dar is having his NXT return match against Miles Bourne, and it was an okay match. He hits the Supernova 11, his finishing move, the Shining Wizard, or is it the Supernova? I cannot remember the finishing name, but yeah. And then we got a segment between Canon James and Josh Briggs saying that he wants to talk with Brooks Jensen, but Brooks came out looking like a fuckboy. And he says that he now hates Josh Briggs. He does because with Canon James he does not get being he does not what's the English word for it? I'm really at loss right now because because he thinks that every single time he was with Fallon Henley and Josh Briggs, he was being treated as a kid. But with Keanu James, he's being treated like a man. He is he is still gullible with Keanu James because he did not know that Keanu James is actually manipulating him and she actually cheated on him. I'm back. Uh, so I kind of alright. I'm back. So you could either see a really hated heel couple is going to phone back. Okay, I'll make this short because I'm using my mobile data today. Crap. Okay, so Odyssey Jones was supposed to have a match against someone, and then he got speared by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker cuts a promo, and then he gets interrupted by Duke Hudson, saying that Braun Breaker interrupted his MVP award ceremony, and then he made it seems like he wanted to fight Braun Breaker, but at the end, Duke Hudson said that Braun Breaker is going to fight um, Andrew Chase, who is going to represent Chase U next week at NXT Spring Breaking. So we're still in this gray area where is Duke Hudson going to turn heel on the Chase University because because he's currently only thinking about himself and not the Chase University. So that's something that could happen. And then Roxanne Perez has having a match against Zoe Stars. Okay, good match, and Zoe Stars. Sorry, Roxanne Perez winning. Indy Hartwell comes out and she says that she is going to give Roxanne her title rematch at NXT Spring Breaking because she wants to be a fighting champion and she wants to pin the former champion. But then they got interrupted by Tiffany Stratton, making the match a triple threat next week. Honestly, I don't really see Indy Hartwell as a champion. I think she would be a transitional champion at best. So maybe this would be the moment where Tiffany Stratton wins the title and then we're going to have a rivalry between her and Roxanne, or maybe still having a rivalry with the three of them. But I don't see Indy Hartwell holding the title as for a long time. I think she would just be a transitional champion. And then Von Wagner had a segment with Robert Stone. He said something about opening up. I didn't really catch what he said, but it's something along like his name is not Von Wagner. He always wanted to be in the WWE, and his father was someone. I don't know who this someone is, but this someone might be important because Robert Stone was like, "Let's get back to work." So probably they're going to rework his character into something else. That's I hope that's going to make us care about Von Wagner other than just the meme come Tuesday. And then Cora Jade versus Gigi Dolan. Gigi got distracted by JC Jane. Cora defeated Gigi Dolan. And then Cora Jade is going to have a match against Lyra Rafael Curia at NXT Spring Breaking. A segment backstage with between Eddie Thorpe and Damon Camp. Damon said that he's really impressed with what Eddie Thorpe has been doing for the past couple of weeks, and he said to keep it up. So maybe we're going to get a small storyline between Damon Camp and Eddie Thorpe. We'll see. Dijak is then having a match with Apollo Cruz, and of course Dijak is winning with what is it? Feast Your Eyes, I think that's the name, because he had two finishing moves: the sit out, choke slam, and then the GTH. You know, I think the GTH is Feast Your Eyes, but I can't remember. And then after the match, he started to attack Apollo Cruz before he got attacked by Ilya Dragunov. And then Charlie Dempsey is having a match for the North American Championship against the champion Wesley. Of course, Wesley wins by the cardiac kick, and then they got attacked. He got attacked by both Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey at the end of the match. And then the main event is a segment between Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller in the Grayson Waller Effect show. It was a really interesting segment. It was really fun to watch, and their back and forth is actually really, really amazing. They both are really great in the microphone. They have charisma, and they can definitely sell this match next week on NXT Spring Breaking to be an absolute banger. So that's the end of the recap. So I think let's look up the match card for next week NXT Spring Breaking match card. Okay, so this is from the Wikipedia. So we got next week a debuting Obafemi unknown person. Probably going to be Miles Bourne since he is a enhancement talent, or maybe against Dante Chen. I'm definitely seeing if Obafemi is fighting an enhancement talent, then I could definitely see Obafemi winning. And then Brooks Jensen and Keanu James against Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley. If they're putting a little bit of faith in this storyline, I don't see Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley winning. I think they're going to give the villain of this storyline the win. So I'm going to say Brooks Jensen and Keanu James beating Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley by cheating. That's definitely what's going to happen. And then they're probably going to have a rematch, maybe just Fallon Henley and Keanu James at NXT Battleground, and maybe Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. But definitely not another tag team match. But they're definitely going to have singles match at Battleground. But we'll see. Lara Valkyria and Cora Jade. This is good, a really interesting match because both of these superstars need to get elevated in this match. But who needs to win? I'm not really sure because Lyra has not gotten a lot of wins since her debut, like a lot of like impactful wins, and Cora Jade has not win a lot of matches since her return. So I think I'm going to say Cora Jade. I'm going to say Cora Jade winning this one. And then India Hartwell, Roxanne Perez, and Tiffany Stratton. I think I could see Indy Hartwell retaining. Think I could definitely see Indy Hartwell retaining. I know I said that she is going to be a transitional champion and she is going to have a short reign, but I don't think she is going to drop the title in this match because I think the higher ups still have some faith on her. And then Pretty Deadly against Tony D'Angelo and Stax Lorenzo in a trunk match. I could definitely see Tony D'Angelo and Stax defeating Pretty Deadly. And then Andre Chase versus Braun Breaker. Of course, Braun Breaker is going to win, and this is going to be the start of the downfall of Chase U, where Andre Chase is going to have a match against Duke Hudson at some point in the future. And then Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller. Well, of course, Carmelo Hayes is winning. And then we're probably going to see Grayson Waller in the draft pretty soon because the draft is happening in 2 weeks. So we could definitely see both Groundbreaker and Grayson Waller in the draft. I'm hoping to see both of them in the main roster because they could definitely thrive, whether they're going to be put on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. But I don't think SmackDown needs the two of them. I think they could definitely thrive more in Monday Night Raw since the show is like 3 hours long. So yeah, I think that's all that I want to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end this from here. Update today is 40 past midnight, so I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to eat some food because I'm really starving. Okay, thank you so much for watching. My name is Defaja and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys tomorrow with whatever topic I want to talk about because I have nothing to talk about tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay, peace out.